Now, here's the real news. How Don Trump has become the first executive political leader to put on the shamanic tradition. So that's the headline. So I say, no previous president of the USA has ever used the office of the White House to provide a training in perception. In Western art, there are two schools or approaches to the creative act as spelled out by Marshall McLuhan. And I have this amazing quote from The Interior Landscape, pages 12 to 13, written in the 50s, but published in a book collection of essays in 1969. So here is the two key points in the history of art. Okay, for that school of thought, for which the external world is an opaque prison, art can never be regarded as a source of knowledge, but only as a moral discipline and a study of endurance. The artist is not a reader of radiant signatures on materia signata, that's in quotes, but the signer of a forged check on our hopes and sympathies. This school has supported the idea of the function of art as catharsis, which, as G.R. Levy shows in The Gate of Horn, art was a preparation for the lesser Greek mysteries. That's, 2,000 years ago. But if the world is not opaque, and if the mind is not of the earth earthy, then this moral view of art should yield to the cognitive view. However that may be, the cathartic ethical view, or moral view of art, has led to a doctrinaire hostility to the use of discontinuity in art. Think of Trump's tweeting. The theme, and that's the theme of Matthew Arnold's 19th century book, Poems, his preface to Poems, 1853. So he's part of the anti-popular culture. So, however that may be, the cathartic ethical view of art has led to a doctrinaire hostility to the use of discontinuity in art and indifference to all popular art. And in the past century, with every technological device advancing the discontinuous character of communication, that'd be electric media, the stand taken by the cathartic and ethical school has enveloped the entire world of popular culture in a haze of esoteric nescience or know-nothing, disguised, however, as a profound moral concern with the wider hope and the higher things. So many people have become moralists confronting Trump. James Joyce had a phrase for this anti-cognitive attitude. He called it the cultic toilette. That's C-U-L-T-I-C, cultic, toilette, T-W-A-L-A-T-T-E, which is a pun on the Irish attempted retrieval renaissance, 120 years ago, called the Celtic Twilight. Of course, they were trying to retrieve tribalism, the Irish tribalism, as they moved into the Industrial Revolution from England. They didn't like that, so they were the cultic toilette. So you got two schools, the cognitive school and the moral school. And the moral school has no perception of environments. It does not offer training in perception as the cognitive school does. So, with that great quote, I say Trump uses Twitter as a daily reminder to his global audience of the environment surrounding and engaging our perceptions. Fake news! Fake CBS! He's quoting, in a populist way, McLuhan's point that all media are pseudo-events. Basically, so Trump uses Twitter as a daily reminder to his global audience of the environment surrounding and engaging our perceptions. This is the role of the artist of the cognitive school. He is not providing guidance for the world of concepts and ethics, the cathartic view. Many creative people have fantasized how they would act if they ever had the opportunity to be president. Myriad examples of which are provided in the book that I referenced a couple of shows ago, maybe on the McLuhan New Coach Host show, Unshackled, the dustbin of Donald Trump. That has a great inventory of all the movies and art forms and people who anticipated Trump in our entertainment media. Unshackled, the dustbin of Donald Trump, by Scott Woods and Phil Delio, former programmer at CKLN. So then I say, and many smart and ambitious people have even become president, but they never had the autonomous medium, like Twitter, to present a program for our perceptual edification. Trump has realized this opportunity to present challenges to our very organs of sensory apprehension rather than just to the world of ideas and social reform. All shamans, gurus, and seers attempt to reveal environments that their fellow motivated somnambulists aren't noticing. Now get this. In a world of multitudinous claims from conflicting cultures, memes, and values, most presidents withdraw from providing an anti-environment to the Android meme and do nothing. And they never thought of using the most powerful cliche environment in the world to bypass social engineering issues and engage citizens on a level of sensory challenge. The actual level, the plateau of great artists and scientists from Picasso, Einstein, and Frank Zappa to Mae Brussel, Marcia McLuhan, and Dr. Carolyn Dean. She always laughs when she hears her name in that. This is going out to the whole world. The plateau, this level of sensory challenge, the plateau of great artists and scientists from Picasso, Einstein, and Frank Zappa to Mae Brussel, Marcia McLuhan, and Dr. Carolyn Dean. People are all going to go, who's Carolyn Dean? If you do the cognitive view of training people's perceptions, the motivated somnambulists are awakened to the cathartic school. This seems an irresponsible abandonment of duty and commitment to honored institutional purposes, as expressed in a recent broadcast of Morning Joe. And that's Morning Joe and his girlfriend, Mira Brzezinski, progeny of Fritz Kramer. And so I just feature some commentary by them in their morning show. So I say, with all their sneering ethical superiority, note how they missed the probing and prompting by Trump in a style they regard as trivial. But new art always appears ugly. And Trump, the paramedia maven, has created a new role in the Beltway bubble that bypasses the percipients classifying, hasty accusation, and warm rejoinder of the alt-left, alt-center, and even the alt-right. As a result of what you are hearing described here first, I regard President Trump as the greatest artist/scientist/paramedia ecologist alive today. However, there are many incompletions and ramifications of this original take on Trumpism, but I leave that for another timing. So, that's my rebuttal to the fucking cathartic, ethical, sneering, superiority, bullshit retrieval at nothing that you witness throughout your life.